For over 100 years, the Bank of Moundville has been a name clients can trust. The Bank of Moundville is more than just a bank. They're your neighbors, your friends, and your community partners. Their unique approach to financial education has always centered around families. They believe that financially strong homes today lay the foundation for a brighter futures for tomorrow's generation. You can call them today at 205-371-2227. Once again, that is 371-2227 to schedule an appointment to build your financial security. The Bank of Moundville is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. How would you like to live where you love in the state of Alabama? Whether it is you're upsizing, downsizing, retiring at the beach, or relocating for your job, then you are going to want to contact Celeste Hagler, owner of First Class Real Estate South Home Group, with brokers in Tuscaloosa, Orange Beach, and Huntsville. They can help you with the buying, selling, and investment needs throughout the state of Alabama. You can contact Celeste at 205-861-5698. Once again, that is 205-861-5698, and schedule a consultation to discuss your real estate goals anywhere across the state of Alabama. This is the Stingray Show, and coming up on this edition, we are going to be talking a lot about the transfer portal, as well as Heath and I are going to give you our prediction of who we think is going to be on the hot seat going into the 2026 season in the SEC. That's all ahead on on this edition of the Stingray Show right here on social media and over on Ole Miss 365.
Hi, this is Tim Brando with a reminder. Look out, you're about to feel the buzz of Stingray.
This is Stephen Ray, a.k.a. Stingray, coming to you live from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I'm Heath Hopkins. I'm here in DeSoto County, Mississippi, right outside of Memphis, Tennessee. You know, Mark, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you feel that responsibility to pay it forward and give some kid a chance coming up in the ranks, kind of like Tony did for you?
Why do you think I'm talking to Stingray tonight?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
No, I mean, look, no.
Heath, Stingray, Here's the deal. When you get involved with Texas, it's like getting married to a stripper. and let me explain this. It looks good. It's kind of sexy on the surface. Yeah. But then you get the baggage, you get the drama, you get all that eventually comes with it. And that's what you get with Texas, and that's what the Big 12 learned.
And Heath, any thoughts on our show moving forward?
Hey, with the Stingray Show, if you don't like it, you better learn to love it, because it's the best show going today, baby. Woo!
And with that, I want to welcome you inside another edition of the Stingray Show on Hump Day. Hope all is well with you guys out there, and we are actually getting some inside news about the ins and outs of the transfer portal, and this comes from On3's Chris Lowe. Chris Lowe made the transition from ESPN to On3, and last night he reported that massive NIL offers from other schools couldn't delay Ty Simpson's NFL dreams. He tells Chris Lowe, Tennessee, Miami, and Ole Miss were offering $4 million to Ty Simpson, and Miami upped it to $6.5 million. Miami was kind of like, all right, we're moving on. And then they lost out on Sam Levitt, who went to LSU. And then they came back and said that they could not match it. And that is why Ty Simpson went on to the NFL instead of college football. But Heath, let's look at some of the statistics of Ty Simpson in the SEC championship game, which was against a Georgia defense that is very similar to an NFL defense.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. But it's really good.
Ty Simpson went 19 of 39. 19 of 39 with one pick and 212 yards passing. The guy is not ready for the NFL.
I agree with that statement. I'm not going to hold the SEC championship game. Look, your offensive line, if it's not blocking or if they're getting whipped or just one guy's getting whipped, it's hard to make that offense, rattle and hum and move the ball up and down the field. It's very difficult for that. If the running game is not happening and they're keying on things and keying on your running back and, you can't get the running game that opened up the passing game. I mean, there's so many factors in that. So with that, I don't put one performance against it, but I will agree with what you said that I don't think he's ready for the NFL. But you know what? I'm going to pat him on the back. He would make more money if he went to Ole Miss. He'd make more money if he went to what was the other school?
Miami.
Oh, besides Miami.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have made more money than the NFL if he went to Tennessee or Ole Miss. He would have made a lot more money if he went to Miami. And I loved what Todd Simpson said. He's like, I've got to be true to Alabama. They gave me this opportunity. They gave me this chance. I'm going to stick around here. Stephen, the bigger question is, and the rest of the SEC is rejoicing. Sorry, Bama fans, if you think we're hating, but we're not. Facts are facts. Alabama is doing absolutely miserable in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
And there is a massive rumor going out there that Bama is not making strong financial offers.
No.
And from what we're hearing, it doesn't mean it's true, but we're trying to find out. But what everyone is hearing is that Bama's NIL, like the boosters are not funding it.
Mm-hmm.
They are having massive, massive problems over there. And here's the thing. This would be the greatest thing for everybody in the SEC, and this will be the worst thing for Alabama. If Bama fans are waiting for DeBoer to do something, which is ridiculous because he's been to the playoffs multiple times and he's beaten Georgia multiple times and this and that, if they're waiting on him to do something to donate their money, what's going on now? Like, What are we doing?
Yeah.
That's not how this game works. You didn't bring Nick Saban in and say, okay, after you win, we'll pay you. Yeah. No, you went out and paid Nick Saban an outrageous amount to leave the Dolphins and didn't know it was going to work because he didn't have a good reputation at the time.
Right.
So, I mean, this whole thing is just crazy. If Bama fans are waiting for DeBoer to do something and then they're going to give money, wow. Well, that is a nightmare scenario for Alabama and good for the rest of the SEC.
Let me also say one other thing. Auburn, who had another good defense with DJ Durkin, Ty Simpson, 19 of 35. 19 of 35 for 122 yards. And the final game of Ty Simpson's Alabama career against Indiana, he was pulled and benched for Austin Mack.
Well, he wasn't pulled and benched. He was hurt. He had a broken rib. I mean, you got to – Steven, you're kind of heartless this morning, man. You're ruthless. You're coming home.
He's just not a good quarterback, man.
I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that. If he wasn't a good quarterback, the NFL wouldn't want him, and these other schools wouldn't be throwing millions at him. I firmly believe he's a really good quarterback. I don't know if he's had some good development at Alabama, and that's crazy to say. Gosh, that's so crazy to say. It sounds stupid to say out loud, but is that a situation going on that an Alabama quarterback's not getting development? And let's face it, Alabama quarterbacks don't do well in the NFL.
No. Except Jalen Hurts, but he had to go. He went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, and he developed more at Oklahoma than he ever did at Alabama.
Yeah.
And I mean, Alabama ran him out of town.
Yes.
Tua is losing his job. I mean, Alabama quarterbacks don't do good. They just
And
don't.
Bryce Simpson's kind of
I mean,
up at Carolina.
none of these Bama quarterbacks have done well.
Mm-mm.
I mean, who was that kid just a couple of years ago? Played for the Patriots for a little bit.
Jake Coker.
No, I mean it's more recent than that. I think. I need multiple choice here, but he made like All Pro and did the gritty during the All Pro game, and everyone was laughing. And then he's like done nothing since.
Right.
And I was like, how did you go to All Pro to you couldn't even get a starting gig in the NFL anymore? Like,
Mm-mm.
what's going on? And Steven, I'll throw that out there as well. Jalen Hurts with the Eagles, that's like the best defense and best offensive line in
Yeah.
the NFL, and they got a pretty stud superstar at running back. Like, you could name any bad quarterback at Alabama, and they could probably win the Super Bowl, that Eagles team.
Yeah.
But Jalen Hurts is an athlete, man. He can do big things. I'm not hating on Jalen. I'm not hating on any of these guys. I'm really
It's
not.
amazing, Heath, how they wanted to run Jalen Hurts out of Tuscaloosa, but now that he's doing well in the
Oh, yeah.
NFL, they want to claim him.
Yeah. Steven, for some reason, my microphone is not doing something. So ramble for a couple of seconds. I'm going to refresh and get my microphone going.
Okay.
And but yeah, I'll be back in seconds.
All right. So, guys, we are going to stop talking and put the brakes on the transfer portal just briefly so that we can bring you guys the National Day of Today and the National History of Today. And today is January the 14th. And so, Heath, we actually have quite a few things to get to on the National Day of Today and the National History of Today. Today is National Dress Up Your Pet Day.
Oh my dear Lord, why are we putting human clothes on pets? Although it
so
is fun at
stupid.
times.
So stupid.
It is, but it can be fun and funny at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry that if you're like put your dog in like a tuxedo and call him Mr. Bojangles, like I'm going to make fun of you later. So,
Yes.
but that's okay. If it makes you happy, why not? Right?
Yep. Heath, it is also, all right, food time. It is National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day.
Oh man. Every time I hear pastrami, I think about the scene when Harry met Sally in the deli, and yeah, and then Monkey Movies. You remember Monkey Movies on TBS?
No.
Oh my gosh, do you not remember Monkey Movies?
Mm-mm.
They'd take like these classic scenes and they'd have these monkeys reenact it. Yeah, in the Monkey Movies, I just remember the monkey was like pastrami. And, yeah, Steven, you need to go waste like half hour of your life on YouTube on Monkey Movies, TVS. And the great thing is they would always make fun of Tom Cruise because it'd be like, ooh wee, I'm one good looking fighter pilot. Ooh wee, I'm one good looking spa. Ooh wee, I'm one good looking vampire. Like all of his Tom Cruise movies, they would make fun of. He would always say, ooh wee, and yeah, check it out. It was funny.
All right, Heath, can you tell me what major movie was released? Because we have quite a few on this day, but we will begin in 1972, and it was the first season. It was the first part of a two-part series.
The Godfather comes to mind, but I don't think that's it. I won't say that came out in 75.
Godfather.
It was Godfather. Okay, I was right.
All right. It is also the day that the spy comedy starring Dean Martin and Sharon Tate, The Wrecking Crew, came out.
Also known as Jackie Sherrill's kickoff team at Texas A&M, The Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun stuff.
All right, and finally on the movies, a major movie was released on this day in 1995, starring Damon Wayans as a Marine Major Payne.
Ah! Oh man, Steven, I know you had to see that movie.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it. Yes.
Oh man, that movie, it tickles me. I think it was like 2 summers ago. and we actually had like a night off. Both kids, the two middle kids were playing all stars. The older kid, high school activities and stuff. It was during the summer, and the youngest one, he just gets drug around everywhere. But it rained. We had a night off, and we all watched Major Payne together. And I was shocked that everybody in the room loved it. I forgot how funny that movie was until we watched it. But my favorite part, besides the little engine that could, is when he's like, "There's a monster in my closet." And David Waits pulls out his gun and shoots up the closet. "If he's in there, he ain't happy." Just a funny scene. Good stuff.
Heath, when we go to the national history of today, you're a history buff. Can you tell me what year the first U.S. president to travel overseas by airplane happened?
Oh, that would be fun. I'm going to guess it was around the maybe 20s or 30s. I'll go with 30s.
Franklin D. Roosevelt travels from Miami to Morocco to meet with Winston Churchill, becoming the first U.S. president to travel overseas by airplane on January the 14th of 1943 to discuss
Ooh,
World War II.
wow. Well, good morning, Sheila. I see you, Sheila.
Yes.
Good morning, Sheila. Sheila's bringing up a message.
Yeah,
Sheila, where are you coming from in the world today? Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
right. So, Heath, the first president to travel overseas, 1943. I thought you would be shocked by that.
Steven, you ever been to Morocco? No, you're not a big fan of leaving the country.
No, no.
I love leaving the country.
What about
Um,
you? Have you?
no, Sammy Hagar on the last Van Halen album that he did, studio album, Balanced, talked about an island off Morocco. The song was "Take Me Back." Great rocking song, by the way. I'll put it on the Facebook page.
Okay.
But that's a good song to rock out to. I hadn't heard that song in a couple of years. I'm going to rock out to that. Hey, Sheila's coming in from Tuscaloosa, Stephen.
Yeah, she's a friend of mine.
What's the weather like in Tuscaloosa today? We got rain
It,
up here in Memphis.
it's chilly, and we got a 60% chance of rain today. So, yeah, the front's coming in soon.
I hear you. Good morning, Kay. Kay's coming in to us.
Yep.
So, wow.
All right, Heath, January the 14th of 1956. Can you tell me what major song is released by Little Richard?
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Tutti Frutti.
That was my next guess.
So Tutti Frutti was released in 1956 on this day. Now,
Hey,
back
Stephen, real quick. I got something on Tutti Frutti, man.
okay,
Do you go to IHOP? Do you ever go to IHOP?
I do.
Have you ever gotten the Tutti Frutti?
No.
You're missing out, man. Stephen, you got to live a little bit. What do you usually get when you go to IHOP?
Pancakes. I love the pancakes. Or an omelet.
And so my daughter, who turned 17 this morning, I woke up I said, "Hey, what do you want me to get you for breakfast for your birthday?" She goes, "Dad, I want an omelet." I'm like, I can't find an omelet at 5 in the morning. I did. I went down to Waffle House and got an omelet. It's not on the menu, but they can make it.
Wow.
So, yeah, she was very happy when I came back with that omelet. But good morning, John. I see John. John says it's cloudy where he's at.
Yes.
John, where are you coming from in the world today? Let us know.
All right.
Oh, Steven, real quick, Tutti Frutti, I forgot. It's pancakes with fruit on it. You get blueberries or apples or peaches. Go try the Tutti Frutti, man.
Okay.
Take a little
will.
Richard when you do.
I love IHOP. I love pancakes.
Oh, who does it? Well, I'll say this. I like pancakes, but are you a pancake person or are you a waffle person?
Pancake all the way.
Wow. See, I'd rather have the waffle.
Right.
But I'm never going to turn down a pancake. Man, we might as well take roll call for like the whole city of Tuscaloosa.
Yes, I know.
This morning. Get someone in from Oxford. Someone in anywhere from the Magnolia State. Let us know where you're from this morning.
Yep. All right, Heath, can you tell me what networks TV's first early morning show debuted back on this day in 1952, and it is still going strong right now?
What network did it come on?
NBC.
The Tonight Show.
Early morning show.
Oh, I would have thought the Tonight Show would have been it. Wow. Okay, Steven,
No,
we're getting a lot of love from the pancakes.
oh yeah,
We got. Sheila says pancakes. John's a waffle guy. He likes pecan waffles.
yeah.
Yep, there you go. I
That's
hear you, John.
awesome. Pancakes. Yep.
All right, look, I'm asking the gallery this. Do you put any kind of special syrup on it? Do you put like blueberry syrup on your pecan waffle? Do you like strawberry syrup? Is it maple syrup? Is it old fashioned? Is it white Cairo? What do you like on your pancake / waffles? Let us know.
I'm a butter guy only. I don't like syrup.
Wow, really?
Yeah. But now, Heath, if you're going to say syrup, you got to say it like the Southerners
Nope.
used to. Serple. Serple.
No, that died in the 50s.
I remember Roger Miller made a song about that.
Yeah,
Dang
Maple
me.
Purple.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a fun song. You should post that song on the page today.
Dang me. Dang me. It's so funny.
Put a rope or hang me.
All right.
Swinging from the highest tree. Yeah, that was a fun song. You should play that.
Heath, the Today Show began January the 14th of 1952. It is now the 5th longest running U.S. TV series. And in 1953, they almost went under. So to boost sagging ratings, chimpanzees were added to the cast. And man, did it make them a lot of money in advertising and merchandise.
They put on chimpanzees on live air on the Today Show.
Yes.
Wow. And they did it for ratings.
Yep. His name was J. Fred Muggs.
So we've talked about monkey movies, chimpanzees, and our favorite pancakes and waffles and what we like to put on them. So we've got a good start to the show this morning, Stephen.
And the transfer portal.
Yeah, and don't forget the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid we can forget the transfer portal. I'll get an alert on my phone every few minutes about the transfer portal.
All right, and we've got just a few more of these, and then we'll go back to talking about college football. Heath, today, and we've talked a lot about this individual here lately, but there's a reason, because he was an icon in this era. Today, in 1960, the U.S. Army promotes Elvis Presley to sergeant.
Wow, GI Blues. Hey, this is random, so random. Do you remember what Booker T, the wrestler, do you remember his first gig as a wrestler? Do you remember his name? He was GI Bro. And he came out in fatigues and everything, did a scissor kick. I mean, it was awesome. Of course, he still did the spinneroonie, but for some reason, when I said GI Blues, the first thing I thought of was GI Bro and Booker T. And
Right.
I know you could do that spinneroonie, Stephen.
I used to could. I can't no more. I'm not flexible.
Or I'll save this for the summer or maybe April Fool's Day. But I have a great can you dig that sucker story for you.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll save that for another day.
Can you tell me who released their first single on this day in 1966? And I did not know his music lasted all the way back to 1966.
I mean, are we talking rock? We talking country?
Or rock, dude, like rock.
I mean, Ozzy was kind of around then, but I mean, he hadn't hit it big yet.
Let me
You know,
just tell you,
give me 2 seconds to think. I mean, Journey would.
he
They
was
had
real popular in the 80s.
what was the question you asked me?
Who released their first single in 1966?
And it was rock. Yeah, just go on and tell me.
David Bowie.
Oh
Can't help
wow,
thinking about me.
wow.
I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
said
he I didn't know he went all the way back to the 60s, man. That's incredible.
yeah, he was an older dude. He was an older rocker,
Right.
dude. David Bowie, man. Like I didn't know this till after he passed, but they said he was like a legit genius. Like he could have easily been a surgeon or any kind of doctor. Like they said he could pick up on things, he could do anything. I mean, they said he would just randomly read the dictionary uh, for lyrics, but not only would know the words, but would know the definite. Like he could recite, and I'm making this up, like all the old words in the dictionary and what they meant. Like they just said he had like a photographic memory. He was just a stinking genius. So wow, ha. Oh, do we really want to do the Kenny Chesney story this morning? We could do it.
Later on. Let's do it later on.
Okay. I've told that story. I tell that story like once a year on the show.
Yeah. But it's
So,
so
but
good,
hey,
man.
did you see John's statement? It says
Hey,
man in
man,
Forest, Mississippi went to
yeah,
basic training and station with Elvis.
man, that's awesome.
There was a lady. Yeah, John dropping all the fire comments this morning. We're getting a lot of fun feedback. Sheila, throw something at us. We'll include you again. But anyone, feel free
Right
to.
there.
Yeah. Oh, maple and butter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So a lot of fun interaction. I
All
always
right.
like it when we interact.
This one is going to be fun. Can you tell me what major show premiered on NBC TV in 1972?
Oh, I haven't been born yet. 72 major show. You said NBC?
Yes,
All right, so it probably stuck around for a while.
it did.
I'm trying to think of shows that went off air. Um, was it like a police show? Was
No,
it?
no, it's a comedy.
It was a comedy. All right,
And
comedy.
people still use this today.
Just go on and tell me. I'm sure as soon as you said, I'll know it.
Heath, you big dummy. Oh, I'm coming home, Elizabeth. Sanford and
Sanford
Son.
and one of the greatest theme songs for a show ever. I know baseball players that used to be their walk-up music coming to the plate.
Yeah,
They'd play Sanford and Son. How can you not love that song?
you
All right,
big dummy.
I'm asking the gallery again. Is there what song is better than Sanford and Son for TV theme songs? Not movies, just TV theme songs. Is there a better theme song than Sanford and Son?
No.
Sheila knew it. Sheila knew the answer.
Yep.
Wow,
You
fun
big
stuff.
dummy. You big dummy.
Oh, I love it. Bonus noches. Like, beans and disease to you too. Yeah, Fred Sanford, man.
Yeah,
It's Stephen. The funny thing is everyone in America loved it, and people in America still desire that, but people in Hollywood are scared of it.
right.
And I'm like, stop being scared. We're here to laugh. Were we a better country when we were laughing or scared to put something out?
Laughing.
There you go.
Ha 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 ha. All right, now Heath, this one is going to send shockwaves, and it did across the entire globe. can you tell me what happened on January the 14th of 1973? And I can tell you almost everybody watching, if you were over the age of 45, were watching this on TV.
All right, so ask the question again.
Can you tell me what happened in a worldwide event of January the 14th of 73?
More like 55, because 45 you weren't born yet.
Right, okay.
55 you were what, 2? Aloha from Hawaii, Elvis Presley? I'm guessing.
Elvis Presley makes history with a claimed estimated 1.5 billion viewers worldwide tuned in to watch the live broadcast of Elvis Aloha from Hawaii via satellite. Now, I did not know this. This concert was a way for Elvis to perform live overseas because of one simple reason. Tom Parker was an illegal immigrant and feared that if he took Elvis overseas, he might be deported back to his native Holland country.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Oh, I did. I've heard that because I heard that China and Australia had offered Elvis like over $1 million, which was crazy to think about, like much more than Las Vegas ever offered Elvis, just to do a concert.
Right.
And Colonel Parker kept turning them down, and his compromise was, we'll go to Hawaii and do it. And so Elvis was asking questions late in his career, like, why aren't we doing this overseas? Why aren't we doing this? So crazy. I love Elvis stories, all Elvis stories. But yeah, Stephen, I'll tell you a little fun personal story.
Okay.
If I got to do stuff around the house, if we're cleaning or doing stuff, like usually I'll put on like old 80s videos, MTV videos or 90s, pull them up on YouTube, and it'll be like, hey, 2 hours of MTV from 1996. And I'll just hit play and I'll start cleaning and doing my thing. But I don't know, 2-3 years ago, it was spring day. Something came up about Elvis, and I sat there and actually I heard it on the radio when I was coming in, and they were saying, hey, Elvis in Hawaii, blah, blah, blah. It did this. I said, I've never seen that. I wonder if I can find it on YouTube. And I had like a trillion things of laundry to do and some ironing. And so I put that on.
Yeah.
And dude, that was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never seen it, man, it was fun to watch. And you could see and feel the hype. I'm kind of getting goosebumps. I know you can't see them. But it was fun to see the hype, like all the people on screen and how the folks were building it up and everything. So, I mean, that was a major event, man. So check it out on YouTube if you get a chance.
All right, Heath, we've got just a few more, and then, like we said, we will talk about college football.
I do want to give a shout out to Jay Sims this morning. He's from Harker Heights, Texas. Good morning, Mr. Sims.
And also, hotty toddy to you, my friend.
There you go.
All right, Heath, can you tell me, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you this so we can run on through them. January the 14th of 1976, the TV show The Bionic Woman debuts on ABC.
Oh, the $6 million man, Steve Austin, his girlfriend, the Bionic Woman. A match made in a lab. There you go.
So there you go. That happened back on this day in 1976, and Heath in 1990. Can you tell me what other major show debuted on ABC and it is still going on today? And people still absolutely love it. My parents love that show every time it comes on.
What year did it come out?
1990.
What still comes on? 2020's been on for a while. You said ABC, right?
Yes.
2020's already been out for a long while.
It's funny. It's comedy.
It's comedy and it's on ABC. Yeah, just tell me.
Or no, it debuted on ABC, but it's no longer on ABC.
Oh, okay. I thought it was still airing.
No,
Um, let's see. It came on in 19. What? Family Matters? I have no idea.
America's Funniest Home Videos. Those
Oh,
are
good stuff.
awesome. Those are awesome.
They are fun. They are fun. And
Yeah,
now we got things like Failed Army, the channel. It's got
yeah.
the updated version of it. But yeah, good stuff.
All right, and he's getting to college or getting to football and sports. Can you tell me what major thing happened in 2024 on this day that was their first win since 1991?
In college football?
Football, NFL.
Oh, NFL football. All right, just ask that whole question again.
On this day in 2024, Dan Campbell leads the Lions to their first playoff win since 91.
Oh, wow. And 91, and this is a Mississippi reference, and 91, if I'm not mistaken, that Lions team, of course, with Barry Sanders,
Yep.
I want to say had Sylvester Croom as offensive coordinator in 1991. And there's your Mississippi connection of some sort of fashion, and Tuscaloosa connection for that matter.
Yes.
But wow, you know how easy it is, and I'm making a joke. You know how easy it is to be the offensive coordinator when you got Barry Sanders in your backfield.
I know.
Hey, why don't you just get the ball handed to Barry? Barry, just do whatever you want to do.
Yep. All right. 2 birthdays of note. BB Daniels. Do you remember who that was?
Phoebe Daniels, nope.
BB.
Oh, Baby Daniels, nope.
Child star actress who played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh wow, really?
Yep. She was
And
born
how old would she be today? 104.
19 that movie was 1910 and she was born in 1901.
Oh, so she'd be 125 years old today. You know what the funny thing is, Steven, is all right, I'm making a morbid joke, but I'm really not trying to be dark. There's one title that people get and they immediately die. The oldest person in the world is a death wish. Because as soon as they always keep dying. The oldest person in the world, the next step is death.
Right.
So when they're like, oh, they're now the oldest person in the world at 108 years old. And then I was like, yeah, well, you're going to die. And the next person, oh, it's so-and-so. She's 106 years old. She's going to die. Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
All right. And Heath, to wrap all of this up before we talk college football, can you tell me anything about Mr. Mark Goodson?
Mark Goodson, he did a ton of game shows.
He was the game show producer who created Family Feud and The Price is Right.
Yeah. Yeah, a Mark Goodson television production. You say it at the end.
Yep.
I can hear the Family Feud theme. A Mark Goodson television production. Yeah. There you
Fun
go.
stuff, dude.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Sims, J Sims. Let us know your first name. What does the J stand for? I don't want to keep calling you Mr. Sims, but you already told us where you're from. Let us know, what do you like better? We had this conversation earlier in the show. Do you like pancakes or waffles better?
Right.
We had a nice little fun discussion with everybody. You feel free to go back and read the comments of what others said, but let us know your name and you like pancakes or waffles. I'm a waffle guy. Steven's a pancake guy.
All right, so Heath, let's transition to the college football season for 2026. And I will let you know that it is going to be rather interesting in the SEC because who do you feel like is on the biggest hot seat going into the 26 season?
I don't think Shane Beamer is on the biggest hot seat. I don't think Kalen DeBoer is on the biggest hot seat. I'm going through all the schools. I mean, Oklahoma, you bought some time. Texas, you got time. Arkansas, you got time.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, you got time. Starkville, you don't have any time, and that might be the correct answer.
Yes.
Auburn, you got time. Missouri, you got time. Kentucky, you got time. Florida, you got time. Vanderbilt, you got time. So, yeah, man, yeah, I think Shane Beamer's second, but I think the biggest hot seat coming into the season is one Jeff Lebby did on Starkville.
Can you believe that, man?
Yeah, I can. Lebby inherited a crazy bad situation.
Yeah.
And let's call it what it is. Mississippi State, two things happened to Mississippi State, and it burned that candle from both ends. And we're just being honest. They were late to the party in NIL.
Yeah.
John Cohen, the former athletic director at Mississippi State, who is now the athletic director at Auburn.
Yeah.
John Cohen did not get on board with NIL and was not about NIL and just didn't think that, hey, we're going to do this, or he didn't think it would last. Whatever it was, he made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
And I think he saw the writing on the wall really quick from that mistake.
Yes.
And he took the first job out of Starkville that he could, which was Auburn. Good for him. God bless him. He got out. He accomplished his goal. But coming late to the party for Mississippi State and not having NIL, and then you had a coach in Mike Leach who could make anything work with any kind of talent that was no talent at all and still win games, passes away. And so now you're leaving the air raid and you lost your head coach, your iconic head coach, and those two things just sent everything out to the stratosphere of what could go wrong. You didn't make a good hire for a head coach. You panicked and rushed that hire.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out good. You abandoned the air raid when they said they weren't. That whole situation was bad. And so Jeff Lebby had to come in. The roster was gone. You had to take guys that weren't even getting offers from anywhere else just to have a roster.
Yes.
So, yeah. But I'm going to hit the mute button and take a drink of my tea here. But if you look at both of those situations, Stephen, Lebby was miserable in his first year, winning 2 games.
Yes.
He won 5 games last year, and you could easily argue he should have won 8. Losing Texas, Tennessee, and Florida. Easily could have been 8. So is he growing in a bad situation? Yes.
Right.
Do they got some NIL money there now? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it still doesn't change the fact that you were late to the party, which put you behind the 8 ball. Then you lost your coach, which really put you behind multiple 8 balls. So now you're just yikes.
And Heath, right there between John Cohen leaving and Mississippi State on the diamond winning the national championship for a couple of years there, with John Cohen not jumping on board with the NIL, baseball suffered, basketball definitely suffered, and football went into the tank. So it wasn't just one sport, it was all 3 the big players.
You know what I do?
Across the board.
You know what I do love about NIL? It holds the alumni base
accountable.
Very much accountable. Almost said hostage, but that wasn't the right word. Accountable is the right word. Thank you, Stephen. And so we were like, we got to spend more money in NIL. Well, you better start donating more money in NIL. Why can't we get this player? Because you didn't give anything. If you don't like the team and you don't like our players, you don't like the way they perform, give more money.
Yeah.
I ain't got any money. Then sit down and shut up.
Yep.
So I like what the NIL has done to that point. Do I wish it could go back the way it was? Yeah, but Stephen, I mentioned this on the show, and I'm stealing this word from another podcast, and I want to give props to Brian Haydad from Super Talk. I know you and Brian aren't the best of friends, and that's okay. We're not going down that road and having that story. But Brian Haydad made the reference in the statement of, I think it's funny how Auburn football was traveling 90 miles an hour, and the rest of us were doing 65. But they were traveling 90 miles an hour, 95 miles an hour before, NIL came about. Now NIL's here, and we're all traveling 95 miles an hour, and Auburn's not doing anything. And the same goes for Kentucky basketball.
Yep.
All of us were doing the speed limit, and here's Kentucky going 110, and now we're all going 110. And what's Kentucky doing now? It's kind of funny how that worked out, So let's just face it. Auburn was really good. So was Kentucky at cheating. Did they get caught several times? Many times. They did. You know what they did? They kept cheating and kept winning.
Yeah.
And they brought home national titles. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue, but and I do believe the old statement, because Stephen, name me one single SEC team that was not cheating before NIL got here. Exactly. They all were.
Vanderbilt.
Maybe. But I meant to hit that mute button. That cough is coming out of nowhere. But I do believe in the theory, the old theory now, since NIL's here, it kind of buried this. If you aren't cheating, you aren't trying.
Yeah.
And that definitely was going on in all the SEC sports. So there you go.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think the biggest hot seat is right here in Tuscaloosa. And I know that Kalen DeBoer has won everywhere he's been. 9 wins last year as the best coach in that first season in Alabama history. And then 11 wins this year. But Heath, here's the problem. There is one glaring issue with this Alabama football team. When they lose miserably. They lost to Florida State by double digits. They were blown out by Georgia in the SEC championship game, and they were absolutely embarrassed in the Rose Bowl. That does not sit well with Alabama faithful and Alabama boosters. If he does not win an SEC championship later this year, I think they make a change, or he mutually steps aside and takes another gig, because they obviously don't like him. This has a similar feeling to the Auburn and Brian Harsin feel, but DeBoer is a better coach. The boosters and the people around the program don't really like DeBoer because he's not a part of the South. Brian Harsin and Auburn didn't like him because he was from the Pacific Northwest. I kind of get that same vibe here in Tuscaloosa, and I'm telling you, man, it's SEC championship or bust this season for Alabama, because if they make the playoff again and they get bounced, I think he is.
It's hard to fire a coach for making the playoff, but Alabama could. Stephen, I'll share this personal story. I was right out of college as a brand spanking new reporter. I was in a terrible situation at the station, and it was. I'll save all the dramatic details for another day, but I was kind of put in an impossible position, and I was asked to perform at this incredible level, and wasn't given the tools to do it. And I was busting my butt trying to make things happen, and I did make things happen, and I was able to keep my job. But not only that, the people that put me in that impossible situation left or got fired, and I got promoted, and I was a young general manager in my 20s. running a TV station, which that wasn't a good idea either, but that's another story. But I had a picture. I cut it out of the Alabama media guide back in the day of Ray Perkins.
Yeah.
And I had a picture of Ray Perkins, and I had it on my desk when things were going bad because Ray Perkins won the SEC and got canned, got fired
Yep.
for losing to Auburn. And
Bill
I
Curry
remember
the
just,
same way. Bill
yeah, and I
Curry.
remember just sitting there thinking, I'm like, he had the absolute best team in the conference. Now, the SEC back then was actually 10 teams. This was
Right.
before South Carolina and Arkansas joined, but it was a 10-team league, and he was the best of those 10 teams and had won the SEC, and he had improved each year,
Yep.
but they fired him because he had multiple losses to Auburn.
Same way with Bill Curry, man.
Yeah, and I remember I put that there saying I can do my best. I can dump because I was breaking sales records. I was doing all this. I was working 2 jobs. I was doing the news and reporting, and I was doing sales.
Right.
I had 2 full-time jobs at the station, and they put me in an incredibly horrible situation.
Yes.
And I just remember I would come home to my little apartment at my desk, and I would see that picture of Ray Perkins, and it had his record year by year, and I actually highlighted the year he got fired because it said SEC champs at the bottom, and I highlighted that, and I was like,
Right.
"You're winning, you're doing good things, you just keep going. If you get fired, I mean, you're just like Ray Perkins. You'll just move on and find something else and keep going." But yeah, this is insane, man. This is insane what's going on at Alabama. It would be a massive mistake
Yes.
if they fired Kalen DeBoer. Be
Let
massive.
me say this. Now I'm going to leave the name of the individual out just just because. But there was an individual that I was talking to after the Florida State loss. After one season and one game, I said, "What do you think about Alabama football this past weekend and DeBoer?" Do you know what they said to me?
What?
Can him back up the Brinks truck and bring home Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
The guy has won everywhere he's been. He is replacing the GOAT, and you are not happy with a 9-win season just because you lost your first game of the season? Are you kidding me?
I tell you, man.
Unrealistic expectations is what Alabama fans have.
Well, there's unrealistic expectations at a lot of college football programs. And Lou Holtz talked about this in his book, Winning Every Day.
Right.
Absolutely my favorite book of all time. But Lou Holtz said when he got to Notre Dame, "Coach, we need to win." Because Notre Dame hadn't been winning. And they started winning. It's like, this isn't good enough.
Right.
And then they were winning at a high level. "Coach, this isn't good enough." And then he wins a national title. "Coach, we're not blowing every team out." He goes, "I just won you a national title,
Right.
and you're still complaining that it's not good enough."
Right.
And he said then, he goes, "I never put myself up for people's expectations after that. I'm like, I just won a national title. You should be happy, and you're upset that we're not winning every game by 50 points.
Right.
That's on you. That's not on me. That's not on my staff, and it's definitely not on my players." And so he just said, I really started blocking out the noise then. So, people have these crazy expectations, but isn't it funny? And I'm stealing this from Lou in his book. Isn't it funny they don't have those same expectations on the personal selves and health, life,
Right.
their walk with God, whatever else? They don't have those same expectations for themselves. And so, the people that have these outlandish expectations, I laugh at you and we make fun of you. And we'll make fun of you to your face and we'll laugh at you continuously because you're an idiot.
Heath, let's go on ahead and talk about another coach that you brought up. And we see it all the time. South Carolina was doing so well last year. 9 games, almost in the playoffs. Got cheated out. Would have been in if it was 16 teams. Then what happens? He made a bad offensive coordinator hire, and things went south. I knew from the beginning that the Mike Shula experiment was not going to work up there at South Carolina, because a lot of people will forget, but I haven't, the horrible offensive issues that Alabama faced while he was the coach here. You cannot take a NFL mentality and bring it to college football. Mike Shula, his offense is predicated on let's get inside field goal range and then let's kick a field goal. That is the old school NFL method, and that does not work in college football. That is the reason that Shane Beamer is on the hot seat, and we talk about it all the time. Coaching hires for the staff get you fired and they get you hired. This one was a bad turn, and I think Shane Beamer is really on the hot seat going into this year, because they are going to want to see if he can turn it back to where they were at the end of 24, and I think he can, with Lenora Sellers saying, hey, I'm coming back.
I'll say this, Stephen. I've said it on the show. You just repeated it, and we can't repeat it enough. And I wish we could have like a 5-question test of common sense to give coaches
Yeah.
to fill out before they can
Yes.
spend their first day on the job. And one of those questions on the test would be, you do know you will be extended or fired over your coordinator hires.
Yeah.
Will you choose wisely? Yes or no?
Shane did not.
and that's just kind of the thing. Look, I'm very big on not putting people in boxes.
Right.
We talked about that. And just because it doesn't work here, like take Hugh Freeze, for example. I'm not going to bash Hugh Freeze because things didn't work out at Auburn.
Right.
Do I think Hugh Freeze is a good coach? I do. Do I think he's a great coach? No, but I think he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Do I think Hugh Freeze could become a great coach? Yeah. If he learns and adapts and figures some things out, absolutely. But it didn't work at Auburn.
Yeah.
Was he a good coach at Liberty? Yeah. Was he a good coach at Ole Miss? It started out really strong and kind of fizzled out there toward the end, but there was NCAA issues and investigations and other things that hampered the program. But, he's won everywhere he's gone, is what I'm saying. He didn't win at Auburn.
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze might take a job somewhere else, become head coach again, win at a high level, win double-digit games.
Yeah.
It might be a Power 4 team. It might be, a group of 6, whatever. Doesn't matter. Does it mean that he's a bad coach because he got fired at Auburn? No. And so, same thing with Mike Shula. Do I think Mike Shula could become a head coach? I know he's getting up there in age, but could he become a good coach and win at a high level? He could.
Yeah.
If I had to bet on that, would I? No, I wouldn't. But we all, it's America. We love these stories when guys come back or when someone's left for dead. I mean, Mario Cristobal, he got fired.
Yes.
What was he at? Like Florida Atlantic, Florida International? They fired him. He went back. I mean, he left being assistant coach, took that job, and after one bad season, they fired him. And then he went back to being assistant, and then became a head coach again, and got out of Oregon and won there. And then now he's doing big things at Miami. Yeah, there you go, Steven, just for you, the U.
Yep.
And so you're even wearing your orange today. I noticed. But, you do that kind of stuff. And, we love those stories when they come back and make big things happen.
Well, what about Mike Bianco? I mean, how many times has Ole Miss baseball been left for dead, and then they barely make it into the baseball postseason, and hell, they win it all in Omaha. They were the last team in the field. Nobody thought they should be able to get in what, 23? And then, lo and behold, they're the last team standing in Omaha.
Yeah, I mean,
I
we
think
love
that
those
was
stories.
23.
I think it was 22,
Okay.
but we love those stories.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I'm not against Mike Shula. I wish him nothing but success and the
Right.
best. I'm not a hater. I like it when other people succeed. I do. Good for them. So I mean, it just kind of goes from there. But we don't know the full story, and we talked about this in detail. And I won't go over the full discussion again, but we talked about this on the show that when Lenore Sellers had such a great freshman year, and people were throwing Heisman with his name for the next season,
Yeah.
and this and that, and we don't know. It's rumored. No one knows for fact, but the truth will eventually come out. And we will all know that hey, Lenoris, you're a phenomenal runner, but we got to get your passing numbers up a little bit more. We got to get you a little more accurate. We got to get you ready for the NFL. We want you to be a superstar in the NFL. We're going to bring in an NFL coach to help you, and we're going to get you passing the ball and doing this. And here comes Shula, and it just didn't click.
No.
It just didn't click. And we heard this, we didn't understand it at the time, but the same thing happened to Dak Prescott, Mississippi State University, and Dan Mullen.
Right.
Dan said, if you come back, we will do everything we can to prepare you for the NFL. We will change the offense to where you're passing the ball more instead of running more, so we can show all these NFL teams that you can throw the ball. Everyone knows you can run it. Everyone knows you can stiff arm. Everybody knows you can run over somebody.
Right.
But we're going to do this. And I remember so many Mississippi State fans were so confused. It's like, why isn't Dak running? Why? Because it was a promise made.
Yeah.
And so I have a problem with that a little bit to a point, because your loyalty should be to the university, not to the players thing. But at the same time, I get it too. So, I mean, that's a whole nother story for another time. But I think that was the situation. We later found out after Dak had left Starkville, Mississippi State, and got to the NFL and with the Cowboys, it later came out, hey, Coach Mullen really, worked with me my last year. I said, if I come back, or they told me if I come back, we're going to be passing it a whole lot more. They wanted me to work on passing, and they did. And it helped him. And look at Dak.
Yes.
One of the highest paid players ever in football, if not still the highest. I don't know if he's still the highest or not, but I know he's one of the highest ever. But I mean, it's just Lenore Sellers and Mike Shula. We can see now that did not work.
Yes.
I would have guessed that wouldn't have worked coming in, but I'm on the outside, Stephen. I've never been to Columbia, South Carolina. I've never shaken Lenore Sellers' hand. I've only had a handful of conversations with Shane Beamer in my life. No, I don't know what's going on at that program. Shane does. Lenoris does. They tried something that didn't work. It's just part of life, man. It is.
Heath, let's briefly do a schedule update tonight. We have SEC basketball on the slate. We've got a struggling Ole Miss team going to Georgia. We've got Auburn and Missouri. We've got Kentucky. Like we talked about, their cheating days have caught up with them, and everybody else is up to speed, and they are behind the eight ball. They're taking on LSU. Vanderbilt is on the road at a very, very good Texas team who just knocked off Alabama on Saturday, and South Carolina takes on Arkansas. Tomorrow on the Stingray Show, we are going to be catching up with John Brady. I have him confirmed for 8:30 in the morning. So former LSU basketball head coach and current play-by-play announcer for the LSU broadcast for basketball, will be joining us tomorrow to talk about the transfer portal, his thoughts on it because he was a former head coach, and his thoughts on LSU basketball and the SEC moving forward.
Stephen, it's going to be fun to see, but I want to give a shout out to John Sims. John talking about his wife's cooking. I kind of want to taste the tacos there that his wife makes, the
Yes.
breakfast tacos. But John, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful day there in the Lone Star State, and for all the people that chimed in.
Yeah.
I got to do something about that cough, Stephen. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel sick. I'm not congested, but something's going on with that cough. It's driving me crazy. It just randomly pops up like that. So I'm going to blame insert your least favorite politician administration for my cough. So
No.
whoever
No.
your least favorite politician is, I'm blaming them for that.
No.
That's what
No.
everybody else does, right?
No.
It's got to be the government's fault. It can't be our own ever.
No. No politics, man. No politics.
Oh, Stephen. Hey, Stephen, look at that basketball season, and as you know, we're getting cranked up with conference play, and it's already on its way. Is there any team that you're just like, yep, they're definitely not going to postseason? Like, I don't even see them making a run at the SEC tournament. Like, these guys are done for.
Mississippi State, man, they don't have enough around Hubbard, and it sucks.
Fair enough.
They got destroyed last night by Alabama 97-82. I don't know why Jans will not build around Hubbard. He needs some help, and for whatever reason, Jans just will not do it.
I've been looking at South Carolina.
Yeah.
Like, what's going up there in Columbia?
I don't know.
Dude, I just thought about this, Stephen. They got their hearts shattered during football season because they were really excited about football. They thought they could be a 10-win team and might make the playoff. That didn't happen. Had a losing season. Didn't make a bowl. Basketball looks miserable. And Paul Maneri's already on the hot seat with South Carolina baseball.
Yeah.
And he's only been there for 1 year. Like,
yeah.
Dude, what's going on up there?
Don't know.
What's going on in the whole state of South Carolina?
Time will tell, man. But I will also tell you, I don't see Ole Miss making a run. I think I was talking with David Johnson yesterday, as a matter of fact, and he and I were talking about Ole Miss, and they just point blank, in my opinion, and others as well, they missed on this transfer portal class for Ole Miss. And sometimes you're going to have that, and other times you're not. And for some reason, they just missed on it this year, and they're struggling right now.
I'm going to throw something out at you, and haven't thought about this. I haven't put more than 10 seconds of thought behind this because, like I said, it just popped in my head. If we had to guess who's going to have the best season of football, basketball, and baseball, is there anybody better than Vanderbilt?
The jury's still out on baseball.
With all the success they've had in football,
Yeah.
They started off the year super dynamic in basketball. And baseball, I think they're going to be good. I don't think they're going to be great, but I think they're going to be good. I mean, isn't this crazy? What kind of world are we living in, Stephen, where Vanderbilt overall is going to have the best season of the three major sports? But that's where we are right now. That's crazy.
Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it, but it's also frustrating at the same time.
Hey, my old college roommate, Brent Wright, said it for years, said it back in the 90s. Vanderbilt's got all the money in the world to cheat. Not only do they got enough money to cheat, they got enough money to cheat and get away with it. And they never did. And now NIL's here, and look what Vanderbilt's doing. I mean, this is crazy.
And you know a team that nobody's talking about in the SEC right now in basketball? Can you tell me who is 14-2 right now and 2-1 in conference? The Dogs of Georgia.
Are they
Watch
really?
out for them down the stretch, man. Watch out for them. They're 2-1 in conference, and they are 14-2 overall. They take on Ole Miss tonight. Watch out for them dogs down the stretch.
I'll say this, man. Georgia, with the population and where it's located, and the big cities that are close to it, recruiting beds, Georgia should never be down in any sport.
No.
And Georgia, with the resources it have, should be good to great in every sport every single year. Like, I don't understand
Yeah.
why Georgia does not dominate this conference and everything. I think they just underperform in every area.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
And
they got
dude,
Coca-Cola
man, their
money.
baseball team was one pitch away from going to the Super Regionals last year, and it was stolen from them by Oklahoma State. That series went down to the final day. It was Georgia and Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State walked it off there in Athens to go on to the Super Regional round. They were that close.
Stephen, we got to work on your baseball swing. As a coach, get your knocking knuckles. Like how you knock on the door, get your knuckles lined up and put them on top of each other.
Okay.
And follow through. If you're a right-hander, this way, left-hander.
Yeah.
We'll teach you to drag bunt later. But
yeah. All right, man. Well, we love college baseball. We love college football. We love college basketball. We just love college athletics right here on the Stingray Show. And that is going to put a wrap on this edition of the Stingray Show. And Heath, I do have to give major props. And you're going to laugh at this. David Johnson, owner of Ole Miss 365, he just texted me and said, "Dadgum great show today."
I actually like it when it's just me and you. Don't get me wrong. I love our guests because sometimes it leads to fun stories. Sometimes it leads to a wonderful insight. But when it's just me and you and my cough that I'm tired of. Hey, David, you think you can find us a cough sponsor, a cough drop, something?
Yes.
Yeah, put that out there. But I like it when it's just me and you, man.
Yeah.
And I really like it when we interact with everybody. I mean, we learned today. I learned about John down in Texas. His wife makes great breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
We talked about waffles and
pancakes
and pancakes and what we like to put on them. I mean, and that all started off Little Richard.
Yes.
So good job with Little Richard, Steve. And that led to a fun conversation, interacting with like half a dozen people.
Yeah.
So yeah, always feel free to chime in. And Stephen, let's throw out one fun question before we leave. Do you want to pick a fun question that kind of gets some interaction with our guest?
You can.
Let's see. Oh gosh, you know what? If you could have anything for lunch today, what would you want to eat for lunch? If you could have anything, go anywhere, what would you like to have for lunch today? Stephen, the Jimmy Buffett song, I Found Me at Home, talked about Key West. And if I could just have oysters every day for lunch, brother, I'd be so happy. I would be so happy. I would love to have oysters every single day of the year. I just love them. Just raw oysters. Just give it to me for lunch every day of the year.
Right.
So, what about you, man?
I'm going to go with something very, very popular, but it's going to be kind of really, I'm going to go with the quesadilla.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's a restaurant here in the Memphis area called Huey's, and they used to have this steak sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And so they kind of took it away from some of the locations, and there was a location out in Germantown, Tennessee, that still had it because I used to work by that Huey's, and I would pop in there, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a year to have lunch. And I usually took super quick lunches. I only ate for like 15, 30 minutes, and I got back to work. I never took my full hour. I had too much to do, man. I wanted to make some money. But my aunt turned 88, and she is out in Germantown. And so I was like, hey, after church, we'll just go up to Huey's. We'll eat there, and then we'll go to the party. And so I thought about that steak sandwich for like 2 days and got there. They took it off the menu.
Oh,
So I'm still craving a steak sandwich. So if I can't have fresh oysters and yeah, don't get me wrong, I'd eat oysters if you brought them to me, but I'd rather have it when I'm looking at some water,
yeah.
salt water at that. But yeah, I'd take a steak sandwich. But man, the only other place I know is like Half Shell. Half Shell restaurant has a steak sandwich. I could do.
Yeah.
I don't want a Philly cheesesteak. I want a steak sandwich.
Yes.
So when's the last time you had a steak sandwich?
I don't do beef.
What?
No.
What are you,
I don't
vegan?
I don't do beef. I don't do pork.
What?
No.
I've known you all this time.
Nope. Can't do it, man.
All right. So why do you not like pork? Do you do bacon?
No. Can't, man, because back in 2019 I was diagnosed with gout. So bacon, pork, beef, shellfish, all bad. All really bad for gout. So I have not had
Wow.
pork. I have not had beef since 2019.
Man, salute. Tip of the cap for mad respect if you staying,
Yeah.
very
My
consistent with that and
diet
dedicated.
is my diet is basically chicken and fish, and that's it. It sucks, but I have to do it because it is not worth the risk of gout, man. Gout is no fun.
And that's why you'll live to be 100
Yeah.
and be the oldest person alive. And then you know what happens after that.
No, don't wish that on me.
And now the circle's complete. We
He,
can wrap the show now.
yeah.
It's
All
like a
right.
Seinfeld episode. We touched all the points. Came all the way back around.
Yeah. You big dummy. All right, so Heath, that is going to wrap up this edition of the Stingray Show. Hope all of you have thoroughly enjoyed it. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing an interview type show with the former LSU basketball coach, John Brady. He will join us tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. And guys, we will see you then right back here on the Stingray Show. And
John's going to have he would like to have a ribeye steak.
yep, there you go. Another ribeye and another beef mention.
So, man, there's nothing wrong with a ribeye steak.
No,
Well, you don't eat steak, do you?
no.
See, when I go to a restaurant, I usually will order the ribeye over like the T-bone or that. Sometimes I get the porterhouse. Very rarely do I ever get the fillet.
Right.
But I'm always big on the ribeye. So John down in Texas, yeah, Matt, another tip of the cap to John. I'm with you with the ribeye.
Yeah.
So now I'm hungry, Steven.
Well, it's almost 2 hours till lunch, so go on ahead and get that steak sandwich if you can find it.
Brother, I'm gonna probably grab like some nabs or some Cheez-Its, and I got a lot to do, brother.
Okay. All right, man. Well, we'll let you get going, guys. See you tomorrow morning at 8:30 again with John Brady on the Stingray Show, talking SEC basketball and his thoughts on the NIL and the transfer portal. We will catch you then. And Heath, I will leave you guys with this. Another great advertising from our sponsor, South's Finest Meats, to get you ready for lunch with some of the finest meats around the Southeast.
Have a good day, Steven.
You too, buddy. See you in the morning.
Thanks to John, I'll be thinking about ribeye steak all through lunch when I'm having Cheez-Its.
Hey, maybe we can get Cheez-It as a sponsor. I'm going to put you on that.
Or a ribeye. How about that? From
Yeah.
South's Finest Meats.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Ferguson of South's Finest Meats, the official sponsor of the Stingray Show, has a message for you.
Everything we do here is fresh and custom made, custom to order. I tell people when they come in, if you don't see what you like, ask somebody. We've got the capability to process it, make it. If you want a different blend of hamburger meat, we'll do your brisket blend. We'll do your chuck blend. We'll do your sirloin blend. We do all that right here. We are a butcher shop. That's what we do. So please don't be afraid to ask if you don't see what you like. We can make you any size patty you want. We can make you any amount you want. People call me and say, well, how many patties come in the box? Well, ma'am, how many would you like in a box? You want 12, we'll put 12. You want 25, we'll put 25.
That's just one of the many things that South's Finest Meats has to offer, the official butcher shop of the Stingray Show. It's a new year, and now is the best time to review your insurance policies. With a helpful customer service team here to serve you in Alabama and over in Mississippi for all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, call the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha Insurance to create a customized plan to protect your family's home and autos. You can stop by his office at 3428 McFarland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or simply call 205-462-8192, or call the number on your screen right there. And remember, with Alpha Insurance, the more you protect it, the more you save. Reach out to the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha today for all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. For over 100 years, the Bank of Moundville has been a name clients can trust. The Bank of Moundville is more than just a bank. They're your neighbors, your friends, and your community partners. Their unique approach to financial education has always centered around families. They believe that financially strong homes today lay the foundation for a brighter futures for tomorrow's generation. You can call them today at 205-371-2227. Once again, that is 371-2227 to schedule an appointment to build your financial security. The Bank of Moundville is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.